Alright, guys, in debunking DEI and calling bullshit on DEI, I'll just remind any haters out there, like the white leftist, foot-licking people out there, if they want to say get a haircut or whatever because of what they don't like what I'm saying. I says, you're just wasting your time, because why give any orders that you can't even enforce, or you have nothing behind you to enforce. So anyway, like it or not, we're debunking and calling bullshit on DEI. Yeah. Alright, what's up, guys? Time for another video. I'm gonna go ahead and do another video I keep meaning to get around to doing. Perfect day for it here today. Reason why DEI is complete horseshit, why we don't need it. DEI is complete bullshit. I mean, reasons are quite obvious, and I tell people out there in the actual world outside of this YouTube all the time. Okay, it goes back to any of you guys followed any of my videos about, like I always talk about in my 20s, you know what I mean, how I got into factory jobs that were above minimum wage over in western Pennsylvania. Even though they don't last, they'll last a year or a couple of years, how people usually get in and into jobs. And this even though it was, I brag about my glory days about how I managed to get into good paying factory jobs that were pretty damn good, all without getting a haircut. My hair was less gray. I mean, I flaunt it like it was my glory days, you know what I mean? But in those days, and this is about women too, and black people, and people that look like me. I mean, and I don't think it's really much different. Okay, and the reason why I see this, because there were black folk I worked with, and, you know, women I work with, and there were women, as a matter of fact, that made more than me too, were supervisors because of seniority, that made more than me. So they're trying to say women are all underpaid and marginalized and disenfranchised. Bullshit. Complete fucking bullshit. And black folk that I worked right next to in factories who got jobs the same way in me. We didn't get it by no fucking DEI, because DEI didn't fucking exist, right? What we all had in common, people that looked like me, and black folk, and even some women, and like I say again too, women, there were ones that actually made more than me because of seniority. And there were actually black folk who made more than me because of seniority. And how we got into these jobs, a lot of us, what we had in common, got into these jobs. Maybe some of them were hired off the street for qualifications. And we went in through personnel services or temporary services. Sometimes you'd be on assignment, and then, you know, if they needed somebody in, you did well enough, you got on with the company. You know what I mean? During a probationary period and stuff like that. And these personnel services, you were actually getting some skills and experience, you know what I mean? And then you could have skills that you can talk about, put on your resume if you need another job someday. So, you know, that was an advantage to a lot of us, both black and white, you know what I mean? And even, yeah, male and female. But you got in there by merit. How sometimes you're good at a particular thing, but how a lot of us, what we all have in common, whether they look like me, whether they're black, white, male, or female, we all have things that we're horrible at, but then we all got things that we're good at. This gets recognized in certain workplaces, you know what I mean, too. And unlike all the far left horseshit ideals that they say about all this racism going on, both black and white people were all this I don't want to say we're all the same. Both black and white people have good people, and we got shit starters. I mean, whether you're black or white, there's people that are the other race, the opposite race as you, you know, the other color, if you will, or good people, and then there are shit starters too. Anybody trying to say, oh, everybody that's white is guilty of some kind of racism somehow, fuck you. You can go fuck a goddamn porcupine, and may your offspring grow up to be little pricks. So I ain't going for that shit, but yeah, by merit, and I'm saying this, how some of us got on with companies in Western Pennsylvania, both black and white people, through personnel services. If you didn't have experience in some of these things, you got experience. You know what I mean? Which later you were able to land jobs, but both black and white people were later, hey, you're out of, get a job out of minimum wage. This way it may last a year, a couple years, and then for whatever reason, companies get rid of people. You're sometimes back to a lesser paying job. Shit happens. It's not the blame of the other race, you know, whatever decisions the company makes or whatever the hell. But if you got this far in this video too, both black and white people agree on some things. Neighbor is running a sander, is working on doing things down the street, so I'll get this video done. But anyway, we all agree that there's people both black and white who, for example, hardly do no work, but for whatever reasons they don't get fired or don't get written up. But then there's always these assholes over there through nepotism or something, don't get written up or whatever, but then the people always busting their asses or whatever. Go to the bathroom, had a little extra coffee to drink and go to the bathroom, or take a rest for a small, minute time or whatever. You got to take a shit because of what you ate in the morning. Man, everybody loses their minds, but then there's always this asshole. There's a lot of companies that have these assholes. The less they do, the farther up the ladder or they go. You got those everywhere. And as far as this racial thing, I don't go for... You got, like I said, you got black folk out there you're friends with, and then you got black folk that are shit starters. You'll get this... You'll be friends with certain black folk in like a factory, and you'll get these other black folk, or you get this white leftist, you know, want to be over there, you know, you be coming in there the shit starter. I mean, you've been working there longer than them, and they're only working there like 2 or 3 days, and they think just because of who they are, they think that they're gonna just be like, what do you call it, right at the coattails of whoever it is in a company because they're black or whatever, and be a shit starter and start pointing a finger at and starting some shit with people who've been working there for years because they think they're sucking up their people because they're black, and because they're black that they should all of a sudden side with them on some shit, you know what I mean? You get that kind of shit too. So, well, both white and black people in factory environments or whatever, you get the good people and the shit starters. And I remember I lectured about that shit before, a bunch of old videos I think I did. And some people didn't like what I say and will say, oh, that's what drugs do to you. And I was like, oh, really? Is that what drugs to you? Is that what drugs do to you? Give you a, what do you call it? A free-thinking mind and detect bullshit and what do you call that? And that other word I'm looking for makes you, yeah, critical thinking. That's the word I was looking for. And yeah, if people don't, yeah, I had, yeah, like trolls in the past tell me, oh, if they don't say, oh, that's what drugs do to you or whatever, accuse you of being on drugs, then some of them go the other route, right, and say, take your meds. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll be like, oh, really, trying not to laugh when I say this, but people say this shit, you know what I mean? Just laughing when I think about it. Oh, really? I should take mind-altering drugs to keep myself from questioning bullshit, right? And if I call bullshit on shit too much, I should take my meds and take mind-altering drugs to make me submissive to everybody else's narrative. As opposed, or should I take the advice of the other person I was just making fun of, suggesting that I'm on some kind of drugs or whatever, and of course these kind of people have no content on their profiles or whatever the hell do, you know what I mean? But I don't want to go on and on about that, but I want to slip something in there to people that make fun or whatever the hell too, so got to do a little bit of that too. In this video, I have a saying about giving a rat's ass that's kind of funny. That how can you give a rat's ass? The ass of the rat isn't yours to give, so let the rat keep his ass. Or you can pick up a rat and hand him to somebody else's ass first, and yes, you're giving a rat's ass. And if the other person wants to accept the rat ass first, to give a rat's ass, you're sort of offering up the rat's ass, and it's up to the other person if he wants to accept. So I'll have another saying too, that in some certain things, that if a rat's ass should really be offered or even given about a particular subject. So that's what I say about tolerance to a certain thing. You can say sometimes you give a shit. There's some and I also have a thing where I say there's certain aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck. It's not that I don't give a shit or give a fuck. There's some aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck that I don't give a shit or a fuck about. And at any given time, when and where should a rat's ass be given, or a fuck be given, or a shit be given, or even offered? You know what I mean?